Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I was basically ready to roast this shoe before I even opened the box. Like $40 for an Adidas training shoe? Come on. I've been burned by budget trainers so many times that I've basically given up on anything under $80. But then Marcus, you guys know Marcus, my lifting buddy, who's been training for like 15 years, Marcus sees me about to return these unopened and he goes, "Dude, hold up, what are those?" And I'm like, "Just some cheap Adidas thing I accidentally ordered." And he gives me this look and says, "Mike, trust me on this one. Try him first." Now, Marcus has never steered me wrong on gear, but $40? For real training performance? I was skeptical as hell. But here's what happened when I actually put these things to the test. And honestly, it completely changed my perspective on budget training shoes forever. All right, so first test, and this is where budget shoes usually fall apart immediately, heavy deadlifts. I'm talking 315 pounds, which is where you really find out if a shoe can handle serious weight or if it's just pretending to be a training shoe. And I gotta say, I'm loading up the bar, I step up to it, and the first thing I notice is how solid the platform feels. Like, there's zero squishiness, zero compression. My feet felt locked in place in a way that honestly surprised me. I mean, I was expecting that typical budget shoe feeling where you sink into soft foam and lose all your stability. But this felt legitimate. Marcus is watching me, and after my first set, he goes, "So?" And I'm like, "Okay, that actually felt really good." But I'm thinking, all right, heavy lifting is one thing. Let's see how they handle the real test. So test number 2. This is where I usually destroy training shoes. A full HIIT circuit. We're talking burpees, mountain climbers, lateral lunges, box jumps, the whole nightmare. And here's where I expected these to completely fall apart. But about 30 seconds into the first round, I realized something. My feet aren't sliding around during lateral movements, like at all. These TPU overlays that I thought were just marketing BS, they're actually doing something. During side shuffles and quick cuts, I felt locked in. And the breathability? Dude, even after a brutal 45-minute session, my feet were swampy. I'm thinking to myself, wait, is this actually working? But then I remember, this is still a $40 shoe. There's gotta be a catch, right? So here's where I got my answer. Test number 3 was just using these as my daily gym shoes for 3 months straight. Because that's the real test, right? 80 plus training sessions, everything from powerlifting to circuits to functional movement. And I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for them to fall apart. The mesh to tear, the sole to wear through, something. But after 12 weeks, they're still holding up. The outsole barely shows wear, the upper is intact, and they still feel supportive. But, and here's the big but, there's definitely some limitations we need to talk about. Because while these surprise me in a lot of ways, they're definitely not perfect. Let me break this down for you guys, because I think there's some real value here, but you need to know what you're getting into. First off, sizing. This is crucial. These run about a half to full size small, and they're narrow, like really narrow. I normally wear a 10.5, had to go up to an 11, and I still think people with wider feet are gonna struggle. That's not a minor detail, that's potentially a deal breaker for a lot of people. But if you can get past the sizing quirks, here's who these are perfect for. Gym-focused people who do mixed training. Like if you're doing strength work combined with HIIT, if you need lateral support for quick movements, if you want a firm platform for heavy lifting, these deliver. They're not trying to be everything to everyone. They're not good for running, they're not versatile lifestyle shoes. They're dedicated gym trainers, and they're surprisingly good at that specific job. And let's talk money for a second. At $40, you're getting maybe 75% of the performance of shoes that cost 3 times more. Is that perfect? No. But for most people who train regularly and need something reliable without spending Nike Metcon money, this is actually a really smart choice. Marcus put it best. He said, sometimes the best gear isn't the most expensive gear. It's the gear that does exactly what you need without the premium markup. And honestly, after 3 months with these, I think he's right. So remember that moment when Marcus told me to trust him and try these instead of returning them? best training advice I've gotten all year. Look, I'm not saying the Amplimove is going to revolutionize your workouts, but if you're looking for a dedicated gym shoe that punches way above its price point and you can navigate the sizing situation, this might be exactly what you need. Just remember, size up and make sure you're buying them for gym use only. Questions about these or anything else? You know where to find me. Until next time, train smart, not just hard.